Hello, Stunt Tiger here, doing a video series on airbags used by stunt performers to land on from various heights. Now, in this video, I'm going to be telling you how to set up an airbag for a fall. Now, a lot of people think that all you do is you set it up, you jump, and that's it, but it's not. There is a lot of planning that goes into setting up an airbag like the one here that I'm sitting on. Now, the first thing that you got to do is the weather. Weather does play plays a big part on setting up the airbag. Now, you don't want to set the airbag up when it's really cold outside because that's going to make the airbag stiff and make for a very hard landing. The weather like right now is perfect for setting up an airbag. Now, the next thing that you want to look for is you don't want to set up the airbag in strong winds. This could suck the air out of the airbag, make the airbag look full, but when you land, you'll sink right into it and you can possibly get hurt. So you don't want to set up the airbag in strong winds. Now, the next thing that you're going to want to look for is, will the airbag fit in the area that you're going to be setting the airbag in? You don't want anything up against the sides of the breathers because that is going to also affect how the airbag works, and it could make the airbag unsafe to land on. Once that's done, then you want to check to see if the airbag is on a slope. A slight slope is okay, but you don't really want to have it on a hill or something like that because that risks chances when you land, you could either roll off of it or slide off the airbag quickly, and again, you could get hurt. Now, the next thing you're going to do is you're going to look at the ground. You want to make sure that the area is flat, that there's no rocks, sticks, or anything that could poke a hole into the bottom of the airbag. Because sometimes this could also make the airbag unsafe to land on. Now, once the area is all checked out, everything is fine, then you can start setting up the airbag. Now, the first step in doing this is I'm going to unroll the airbag, and then I'm going to unfold it so that it is completely flat on the ground. Now, you want to start with the front of the airbag towards the platform that you're going to be jumping from. Now, you don't have to worry about getting everything lined up because that will be done in a later step. Alright, now like I said, the first step is to unroll the airbag, and then I'm going to fold it out flat so it's completely flat out on the ground. Now, it doesn't have to be perfectly flat because when you inflate it, it's going to stretch everything out and make everything a little bit better. Also, like I said, you don't have to line everything up. That's going to be a other step. Now, I'm going to cue some corny music and a little bit of high speed so that it doesn't take as long to unroll and flatten out the airbag. Now, the next step of setting up the airbag is connecting the blowers to the airbag. Now what I've done here is I've taken an ordinary floor blower, ratchet strapped the air hoses to the blowers. Now you want this pretty tight because you don't want the air hoses to come disconnected from the blowers. Now, like I said, I've ratchet strapped the blowers, or the air hoses, to the blowers so that they are nice and tight. Now once you've gotten both air hoses connected, you want to plug in the blowers. Now I've already got the other end of this extension cord plugged into an power outlet. Now once the blowers have been plugged in, now it's time to turn on the blowers and have the airbag start to inflate. Now I've got both of the blowers set on high so that the airbag will inflate very quickly. Now it takes an average of about 2 minutes for the airbag to fully inflate. Now as the airbag is inflating, there's a few things that you can do that will help speed up the process. The first one is, once the lower chamber is fully inflated, like it is right now, what you can do is lift up on the corners here, and that will let the air flow into the upper chamber much quicker. Alright, now when the airbag is probably roughly about halfway inflated, like it is right now, the next thing that you want to do is tuck in the flaps for the breathers. Now I've already tucked in the other side of the other flap for the breathers. Now once the airbag is fully inflated, now it's time to adjust the airbag and line it up from where you're jumping from. Now I'm going to be adjusting the airbag and lining up from where I'm jumping from. Now I'm going to be jumping up from the very top of the barn up there, so I must line the airbag with the center from where I'm going to be jumping from. Now to do so, you can see on the top here there's a line. You're going to use that line and center it with the platform that you're going to be jumping from. Okay, now the airbag has to be shifted to that direction over just a little bit. Now this is the time where the airbag is very easy to move because it's got less surface tension on the ground. Now once the airbag is all lined up, the last thing to do is anchor the airbag down. Alright, now what I'm going to do now is I'm going to anchor the airbag down to the ground. Now what some people will do is they will drive stakes into the ground and then tie the airbag to them. Well, the ground is pretty hard here, so what I've just done is I've tied the ratchet strap around a tree, and then underneath the airbag there is anchor straps that are underneath the lower chamber of the airbag. Now what I was going to do is just give this a couple of ratchets so that it's nice and tight. Now doing this will make it so that when you hit the airbag, it doesn't shift around, and you don't have to keep repositioning it after every time somebody lands. This keeps it nice and steady, and if there is a slight wind, it's not going to shift the airbag around. Now once you've ratchet strapped or anchored the airbag down, now it is time to do the fall.